Malaysia has got incredible rare earths. You've got other critical minerals. How are you positioning yourself?
Yeah.
Do you see collaboration occurring, or the opposite?
Well, it is a challenge because for Malaysia, our two biggest trading partners is the United States and China. We can't run away from that reality, and we try to be, I think the term said, to be friends with everyone, to be able to trade with everyone, in the bigger interest that knowing we have all these ambitious net zero goals, and we're not going to achieve it without cooperating across the different blocks. And I think Malaysia is a case in point, because we have a pilot rare earth mining project in the north of the peninsula, which is our technology partner is China. But at the same time, we are also home to Lynas, which is an Australian rare earth processing plant, which is the largest rare earth processing plant outside China. We are trying very hard as far as Malaysia is concerned, learning from our experience with oil and gas and other sectors where we do not want to be just exporters of raw materials.
I was going to ask, what percentage of the rare earths that you produce are you processing in Malaysia?
Currently, zero, because...
And you want to change that?
Yes, because Lynas is still processing rare earth from Australia. We are working on that to get the minerals from Malaysia for Lynas. And the rare earth that is mined with a Chinese partner has to go back to China for processing at this point of time. So we are not processing yet in Malaysia any rare earth.
Is it economically viable for you to do so?
We believe it is, but it will take time for us to build that.
Minister just mentioned something really interesting, because I've seen so many people talking about this, where to secure supply chain, you in a way have to bring processing to your market. So whether it's the United States, I've seen Europeans talking about this, I've seen analysts and researchers talking about this, because this is what China did, right? China doesn't have necessarily an abundance of all the critical minerals, but it definitely has abundance of the processing that it's doing. Specifically, I think in rare earths, is it 80%?
There was a good piece in the FT a few days ago that, it says that the West must find ways to collaborate with China in terms of the net zero goals, not dismissing the concerns that the West have. So I think that is an important point, because in this sense, China has, they are ahead in many, many ways. So closing them down entirely from the supply chain, I think will not help us, because we are in this urgent race together to reach, sustainability. So I think for a country like Malaysia, where we are trading with both, we do hope, we understand that, the geopolitical situation is real. There are real concerns from everyone, but we have to find ways to address that while still keeping channels of trade and collaboration as open as possible.
And it's a really good point, because we just don't know what this confrontation is going to look like. We've got a few days to go.